So you've been fighting off Windows 11. Well, guess what? We have a bunch of news for you today, including Microsoft is gonna start spamming the crap out of you if you're using Windows 10. They want you to upgrade. Also, the PS5 Pro is actually selling like hotcakes. Who would have thought? I spent an entire video trashing it, didn't I, Tanner?
Yeah.
I was wrong, and I'm gonna admit it. I found a guy who may have discovered the very best deal I've ever seen on a CPU motherboard combo. 12 bucks. Also, the 9800X3D. Everyone is very, very opinionated about this processor. We're gonna give you an update. We're gonna talk about what everyone thinks about this new proc. Oh my gosh, it's time for another news segment. If you've been a PC gamer prior to Windows 11, then you know that the day of reckoning is eventually coming. That's right, boys and girls, in October of next year, we're gonna be forced to download Windows 11. In the meantime, you can still use Windows 10, which is just okay. Sadly, in the coming months, Microsoft is gonna be about as annoying as possible about downloading Windows 11 until they just end up forcing us to. That includes them nagging users with reminders to download Windows 11. This article on Tech Radar is gonna give us some more details. Join me, will you? Remember when the iPhones came preloaded with a U2 song that no one asked for? Are you old enough for that? You remember that? That's what they're doing here. I don't like this. You're gonna start getting an update stealthily pushed to your PCs that will allow Microsoft to force a future update to the OS to keep it in support. And also nag users about support running out too. Guys, this happens all the time. Remember when XP support got discontinued? They supported that for a long time. And everyone gets upset. They say, I like my old OS. Be honest, guys, Windows 11, it's fine, right? Use Windows 11?
No.
You don't?
No.
What's wrong with you? Windows may attempt to download and install feature updates to your device if it is approaching or has reached the end of support for your currently installed Windows version. So this patch, they sneaking onto PCs, they're sneaking it on. And then it's pushing all these notifications saying, hey, have you heard of our Lord and Savior Windows 11 by chance? So basically they're saying you will install it and you will like it and we're all gonna be a happy family. And if you can't keep quiet, we're gonna turn this car around and you're gonna install Linux. The update may also be forced on your PC as we see happening when any given of Windows 10 or 11 runs out of road and is no longer supported for further upgrades. Long and short of this is Microsoft will just annoy you. About 2 months ago, we covered the announcement of the PS5 Pro. And the main reason we wanted to cover the new PlayStation was because the price tag and really just the entire purpose behind the console seemed a little bit ridiculous. But it turns out we were wrong. I was wrong, I can admit it. The PS5 Pro is actually selling better than the PS4 Pro. This hurts me. PS5 Pro's huge price didn't negatively impact sales, Sony says. Well, Sony would say that, wouldn't they? The CEO told Japanese investors that in terms of pricing, many people made different comments on that, but pricing on the PS5 Pro has not had a negative impact, I don't think. He added that hardcore users are the target of this hardware. Hardcore users. Hardcore users should just get a PC. Do you think I'm biased? Am I that guy? Am I being that guy right now?
Not at all.
Not at all? Thanks.
Completely unbiased.
Gosh, I like this guy. However, the scalpers have reportedly had more success reselling the optional disk drive that can be added to the PS5 Pro. Scalpers are just evil. Disk drive? Are you kidding me? Dude, like they will find anything to scalp. This is insane. And yeah, the PS5 Pro is selling well. Great job, it's selling out. Congrats, Sony.
The Apple of gaming.
The Apple of gaming strikes again. All right, this next one, producer Tanner found on Reddit and wanted to have in the show for some reason. I have no idea why a human being would subject themselves to being on Reddit. Regardless, let's take a little peek, all right? Found this at Goodwill. This is from Crazy Gamer LV. It's an ASRock B450M AC with a Ryzen 5 3600 already installed. Powered it on, kinda. Put the minimum in GPU, CPU fan, and it all shows the ASRock boot logo. All of this for $12? For $12? Guys, this is a steal of a deal. This guy lives in Deal City. Also, free feet pics in the corner there. Guys, this is crazy. Have you guys ever got like a screaming deal? I was in 6th grade and I traded 3 Diglets for a Charizard. Mothers were involved.
Is this true?
Yeah, that is true, actually. I was like, hey, I worked the deal of a century. Turns out you don't deal with second graders on their Pokemon cards when you're in 6th grade. It's not kosher, okay? We learned a lesson there that day.
Not kosher.
I remember his mom got involved. He's like, you will give him the Charizard back. I'm like, yeah. Best deal you've ever got on a piece of tech? Let me know down in the comments. Because listen, I know a lot of guys watching. You'll go on Facebook Marketplace. I know you people. You'll go on Marketplace, you'll be like, he don't know what he got. All in, his PC is probably gonna end up being what? A few $100s, depending on what GPU he decides to pair with it and stuff. Like maybe $300-400 tops. Damn, what a deal. Good on you, my friend. Hey, oh, you know what this reminds me of? That is also like a crazy deal. Black November at Meta PCs. Don't skip the ad. I see you guys doing it. I know, I see you when you're sleeping. Guys, it's Meta PCs Black November sale. That means all month long, we have markdown prices up to $320 off of ready-to-ship PCs, custom builds like this one. We've marked down prices on shipping so you can get your computer even cheaper. Yeah, that's right, the UPS guy, he's taking a big cut, but we're paying him off. It's okay, we got a little under the table deal. Is that how that works?
Real under the table.
It's real under the table.
We're getting under there.
We're getting Jesus Christ. Guys, Tanner's derailed the show again, even during an ad. Listen, Meta PC's Black November sale is on right now. Ready to ship, custom builds, laptops, desktops, you name it. Check it out. Look at all these things. Go to metapcs.com, check it out. Black November is running all month long. Don't wait till Black Friday to get a new PC. Get one today. metapcs.com. We talked about the new 9800X3D launch last week, but we didn't really get to see the rest of the world's reaction to this new processor. And it turns out that everyone else just kind of feels the same. Now, this CPU is great, but it is a little pricey. And if you already have a nice CPU, then maybe just hold off for a while. You know, a perfect example of this was Linus Tech Tips video.
At MSRP, the 9800X3D costs a whopping $230 reduce, or $150 more than the 9700X.
Pause.
And if you're
So that is true, $150 more than the 7800X3D, but what AMD has done, and we've seen this too, is they've actually raised the price of the 7800X3D to kind of close that gap. They want you to buy the 98, the new. AMD's definitely working it. I think they're trying to balance like demand for 9800 and still keep good sell through of these class of processors, but it is a good point, $150 more to jump.
You should choose based on what a purchase does for you today, not based on what it might do for you later.
It depends on the person, right? If you're strictly going, you're like, I want the most bang for my buck, cheapest investment possible, I totally get that. Like, I've been there for sure. I've bought used systems before, like just to kind of get me by and make it work, right? However, I think that maybe should be part of your buying decision if you plan on upgrading the 50 series. So I maybe disagree just like slightly on that, but I mean, it makes a great point. 9800X3D, yes, it is more expensive. The performance is freaking crazy. This thing's rocking, especially if you're talking workstation and you do some gaming, like it's hard to argue against this processor. It's winning across the board with the exception of price. So things to keep in mind. Oh, look, it's another Steam event. And if you're into cooking games, the Steam Cooking Fest is going on right now with all sorts of sales. And if you're not into cooking, you should still watch this because you should learn how to cook. It's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Tanner just learned how to make mac and cheese on his own without burning himself. You can get games like Papa's Pizza Freezeria, Arctic Eggs, and Dungeon Munchies. Wow, these all sound good. Tanner, why the fuck are we talking about cooking games? You guys, it wouldn't be news if we didn't talk about gaming, right? The news in gaming this week, every live service game is resetting themselves back to when they were actually fun. So that's kind of cool, right? Overwatch is bringing back 6v6 with classic mode in hopes of capturing the magic of OG Overwatch. Fortnite, you guys remember Fortnite? They're resetting their entire game back to season 1. I know a lot of 12-year-olds are gonna be really happy about that one. If you're 12, you shouldn't be watching this channel. We say bad words and stuff. And Apex Legends is resetting back to season 0. So this is a terrible time for me and my family because I will be lost inside of Apex Legends. It couldn't come at worse timing because the holidays are our busiest season and I'm going to be lost. I'm terrified. I can't do this. You know, I've been known to play a pretty good grappler, AKA Pathfinder. I'm also known to be an incredibly annoying Octane. If you're not playing Octane and you're not overstimming and harassing your teammates, then what are you even doing? Bronze League for life, let's go. Apex Legends, Daddy's home. We have some breaking news before we wrap up the show. Today, Tanner is getting married. And we want to wish him congratulations, Tanner. Congrats on the big day. It's coming up. The best way to show support for Tanner's fake marriage from this video is to like and subscribe and comment, right? That's all he wanted. You didn't want gifts, right?
That's the only thing on the gift registry.
The only thing on the registry. Tanner, congratulations on the big wedding day. And comment, like, and subscribe so that we can see you next week, right?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Oh, buy a PC too, or whatever.